it is about choices. But some choices might not permit you to see something, such as tomorrow. Hi everyone, welcome to VS Talks. I will be here sharing some news that might interest you. For friends who like my videos, please subscribe my channel. And as for all friends, please like, comment, and share. For my audiences who are working out there, let me ask you, how far have you been apart from your family members just to earn extra bounty? 10, 100, 1,000 kilometers, or even greater. To have a breakthrough or of a never-changing hard life, people are thinking of paying the same effort but having a better appreciation in money. Precisely. The answer is obvious, especially for the third world or even developing countries like Cambodia, Vietnam, Indonesia, and etc., that they rather choose to work abroad for a higher pay. In my country, most of them thought of the nearest, Singapore. The exchange rate would be like 1 Singapore dollar to 3 ringgit and 7 cents. Wow. It is triple the earning amount that you could get in Malaysia. But the price and risk is there. Although the figure is attractive, but for those who want to save more and choose not to stay in Singapore, they have to travel from Johor, cross through the bridge, gone through a highly risky way to Singapore. And the traffic is heavy every day as well. But you could say, well, at least they could get through and work legally. What if some are not that fortunate in the world, who have to pay a higher cost to work abroad? Can you imagine living for hours in an ice-chilling container for long hours? A normal people couldn't even stand for 1 or 2 hours living in such a place, right? Yes, today I am going to talk about this. An impactful tragedy that we all shall rethink of. But before that, let us give a pause and silence ourselves and mourn for 3 minutes as a sign of condolence for the 39 deceased souls. Well, thank you for your cooperation. The bodies were found by police in a lorry in Watergate Industrial Park on Wednesday in Essex. And the news was released on 26th of October. At first, British police charged the 25-year-old truck driver Saturday with 39 counts of manslaughter and conspiracy to traffic people. Then a man and woman both aged 38, and from Warrington in Cheshire, were taken into custody on Friday on a suspicion of conspiracy to traffic people and manslaughter, police said. A 48-year-old man from Northern Ireland was arrested separately at Stansted Airport in Essex. They have arrested 5 people in total so far, including the truck driver, and those who are probing potential links to organizing this crime. Police initially believed the victims were Chinese, but later acknowledged that the details were still evolving. Which attention was then shifted to Vietnam, when the family of a 26-year-old Vietnamese woman's text messages was revealed, suggesting that she had suffocated in the truck. Relatives of Pham Tra Mai told BBC they had been unable to contact the 26-year-old girl since receiving a text Tuesday night saying she was suffocating. "I am so sorry, Mom and Dad. My journey abroad doesn't succeed," she wrote. "Mom, I love you and Dad very much. I am dying because I can't breathe. Mom, I'm so sorry." In the village of Yen Thans, in north-central Vietnam, the mother and a sister of Boi Chi Nam mourned on Saturday as they set up an altar for this 19-year-old woman. A family's friend in the UK told them their relative had died in the tragedy. Nang previously had paid an agent thousands of dollars in hopes of finding work at a nail parlor in Britain. Many families in Yanton got rich from money sent back by their children working abroad, said Li Jianchuan, a neighbor who had gone to her house to check on her mother. The father of a 20-year-old Nguyen Ding Long fears his son is among the dead. He told the Associated Press that he hadn't been able to reach his son since last week. When the young man told his father he planned to join a group in Paris that was trying to reach England. After the news had updated, the same fear struck up mercilessly on some other family members of the illegal immigrants. They suspected their dearest family members had faced such trouble. Bernie Gravelt, a former Metropolitan Police officer who now advises the European Union on human trafficking, told the BBC that the use of false identification and the sheer numbers of people traveling to Europe make such effort difficult. It's a cruel stage for the families because hundreds, if not thousands, are currently on those routines. So I appreciate we are getting calls from Vietnam saying my loved one is missing and my loved one might be on that lorry. But they could be on another lorry. He said, this is just the latest smuggling tragedy as tens of thousands of people believed in their move across Europe in search of security and economic opportunity. Groups of migrants have repeatedly landed on English shores in small boats after making in the risky channel crossing, and migrants are often found in the back of cars and trucks that disembark from the massive ferries that link France and England. Initially, in this third episode, I wanted to continue my video for Hong Kong politics. But after receiving such a painful news, I think I need to set aside and say something on this. It might be hard to understand by our European friends on why Asians try so hard to reach Europe. Well, let's see the living cost and exchange rate from a Vietnamese site. Clearly stated above that one Great Britain dollar is equivalent with 29,800 plus Vietnamese dong. By sending back one Great Britain dollar, you can make your family eat in a normal restaurant, buy a liter of milk or 2 loaves of fresh white bread. So in average, working as a laborer, even with slightly underpay like 20k pound, you send half of them back, which is 10k, you could give your family 298 million dong approximately. You might be shocked seeing such an astronomical figure since I started to tell you about the living cost. Living in a country that categorized as one of the highly denominated currencies country in the world, such figure is just a figure. Your purchasing power is limited, as you won't get high pay or a normal work in Vietnam. With the world economy that gone worse day by day, people can't help but thinking of such way to survive. You should know that Vietnam was once destroyed by war and their economy gone down, diving in deep water. For it is not easy for Asian country as such to rise. With the scenario in above, you can see how desperate Vietnamese wanted to have a breakthrough in their lives. Although in law, illegal trespassing is illegal, but still, 39 souls lost in such a way was also a waste. Maybe some of them are talented and highly skilled. but they are not rich capital holders like Jack Ma, Lee Ka-sing, Bill Gates, or even the greatest Soros. Applied as a skilled worker legally might be hard for them to get through, or they might need more money than using illegal way. That's why they choose this blooded way. But to those Nick hate by earning a blood-stained coin, could you sleep well? I wonder. I hope that justice could be brought to the lost souls. On the other hand, I personally think that if there is no demand, there won't be supply. Maybe some of the professions in Great Britain or Europe in need of working forces from other countries. So why not making the cost lighter or legalize some trusted agencies to give a reasonable condition and procedures for them to enter the working field? As the world's economy is going down, plus some working force left empty, letting in more legal workers could help the economic ecosystem to run normally. By the same time, the highly denominated currencies country could be raised. You should know that this world works as a circle. If their country's economy getting better, some will stay and contribute to their own country. Fields like tourism, technologies, and education could also be better. As a stakeholder of the world, as you travel to their country, you surely see a different picture. As their spending power is raised, European brands could have more opportunities in the local markets. Just like what we see in China. As their hard working paid off, they started to pay back to the world by purchasing luxury brands for they already could afford it. So I hope British or other developed country could counter the human trafficking issue and by the same time sum up with a better solution for the foreign workers. Indeed, mass immigration might be part of the considerations and worries by the countries. But anyway, I think there should be a better way in solving this. Believe it or not, the world nowadays is getting closer, no matter west or east. As technology is developing, the said gap is reduced. And as part of the human race, we shall think more inclusively, same as Hong Kong. To those rioters, I think you should stop before it is too late. If things continues, I fear that one day same fate will be landing like what the current Vietnamese dong in Hong Kong dollars. Although I hope it won't. Anyway, let's pray that those still unidentified Vietnamese brothers and sisters, that they are safe and sound. For those confirmed deceased ones, hope your soul may rest in peace. and a deep condolence from me to the involved family. Let's hope the world could be better. See you next time. Bye.